Here it goes. Okay. So till now we have covered about all the scientists which has been referred in your book, like Einstein. Then we had this Darwin. Then we had Alexander Fleming, who invented penicillin. Okay. And now today I'll be dealing with all the scientists who are mentioned in that yellow box. Okay. White boxes I have done. And today I'll be taking up yellow boxes. So who is on the first yellow box, children? He is Euclid. Okay. He was basically a Greek scientist. Okay. So he was quite long back. From Einstein and all these are very recent. Euclid was a very older generation scientist. Okay. He was from Greek. Okay. Do read about Euclid also. Clear? Euclid's road to geometry. Euclid, the famous Greek mathematician who lived in the 4th century BC. See, he was in the 4th century BC, and all these scientists, they are of the 19th century. Okay, so you can see that a huge difference. He is the oldest person. Is known to have measured the height of pyramid by measuring its shadow. So what was Euclid's achievement as a mathematician, as a scientist? That he measured the height of a pyramid. Okay, do you all know what is pyramid? Can you tell me yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So
Yes, ma'am.
he measured the height of pyramid by looking at its shadow. Okay, so he was a great scientist and a mathematician. So let's see what incidents happened with him. Once Ptolemy is also he was a king of Alexandria. Okay, impatient at the manner in which Euclid explained his theorems. Theorems are a part of geometry. Okay, so when you will grow up, you will learn about theorems in maths. Okay, in detail, asked him, isn't there a shorter way of learning geometry than your method? And this Ptolemy, he said that, isn't there any other method or any shortcut to know or to learn about geometry? Euclid replied, sir, in your country, just see how the word sir is being written there. Okay, and you know, in Greek times, it was pronounced as sir. Okay, now what we write, S-I-R. But during Greek times, in their interpretation of English, it was written as sir, S-I-R-E. Okay, sir, in our country, there are two kinds of roads. The hard road of a common people and the easy road of the royal family. But in geometry, all must go the same way. There is no royal road to learn. Just see, such a deep word he said. It happens like this only now. Those people who are common people, who are not so much privileged, for them everything is difficult. Yes or no? Huh? Do you all agree? For common people, those who don't possess all the benefits of life,
Yes, ma'am.
they have a very difficult life to lead. They have to struggle a lot to achieve things. Okay, but what about the royal people, the privileged people? Do you think they have to struggle? No. At times, things are easily available to him. Okay, so the same thing he is saying, that for royals, they have an easy road to follow. Okay, everything is near them and everything is easily available to him, to them. But with common people, it's not easy. They have to struggle a lot. But while taking up geometry or maths, there is only one road. There is no privilege for royal people. So you have to work hard here. Okay, so this was the very witty answer which Euclid gave to Ptolemy. Okay, now we will take the second yellow box, and he is Pasteur's wedding day. Okay, it was the wedding day of the famous French chemist Louis Pasteur. The bride and her family were nervous as the bridegroom had not arrived. So what was happening? It was Pasteur, the French chemist. It was his wedding. Okay? It was his wedding. And the bridegroom, the girl and her family, they were very nervous. Why they were nervous? Because the bridegroom had not arrived. It means Pasteur has not arrived there. A friend of Pasteur hurried to the laboratory, hoping to find him there. Sure enough, he was busy with an experiment. So his friend of Pasteur, he rushed to the laboratory to see whether he is there, because he was sure that he might be busy in some other experiment. Did you forget your wedding? Asked the friend. And when he reached the laboratory, Pasteur was working on it. There he was present in the lab. Okay. And his friend said, you forgot your wedding. Today is your wedding. And you are here in the lab. And see what he replied. Oh no, replied Pasteur. But do you expect me to quit in the middle of an experiment? So what you can say about these scientists? Okay. A very different answer from Pasteur. Okay, he said that, do you want me to leave this experiment and move to my wedding? My God. Let's take up the third yellow box on page number 90. Okay, and we will be talking about the humane scientist. What is the meaning of humane, children? One is human. Okay, and other is humane. Human means you and me. And humane means that quality of kindness, being good to others, being good to yourself, being respectful to your elders, being obedient, okay, being careful, being happy, okay, not disturbing others. All these qualities makes all human beings humane. Clear, everyone? So the meaning of humane is all the qualities possessed by all human beings. Am I clear? All the good, just take an example. Okay, all the good qualities possessed by Ishan. Ishan is a human being. Bhavya is a human being. Mehul is a human being. Yes. Amal is also a human being. So, and the good qualities in these beautiful human beings is known as humane qualities. Okay. Now I think you will not confuse. Humane, all the good qualities possessed by human beings is known as humane. So in this we will talk about Isaac Newton. Isaac Newton, the great English physicist and mathematician. Physicist, a person who studies physics, and mathematician who discovered gravity. Gravity, you know what it is? What it is? Tell me. What is gravity?
A thing that force us on the earth and it doesn't fly over the sky.
Okay. Okay. Any force that is attracts you towards
Earth, the earth.
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 Gravity. Very good.
Earth.
okay, was once compiling the notes on all the research he had conducted over the course of 20 years. So one day he was just sitting and he was just compiling. Compiling means to put together, okay, all the notes, research papers which he has done in past 20 years. As usual, his dog Diamond slept nearby while he was busy at work, and his dog was sleeping nearby him. Newton worked all day, and when the sun went down, he lit a few candles and continued his work. Suddenly, he heard a knock at the door, and he went to answer it after closing the door behind him. When Diamond heard strange voices, he woke up and panicked because he did not see his master around. He started barking in excitement and apparently means knowingly or seemingly to appear something. Apparently collided against Newton's study table and upset the candle on the table. So while this dog, he hurried to know where his master was. He just collided. He just dashed with that table, and on that table, all the candles, they just fell down on the table. When Newton came into the room, he saw that all the notes he was working on were reduced to ashes. And what happened? All the notes he has worked on, it was reduced to ashes. It has burned down. As Diamond came rushing towards him, he stroked the dog's head gently and said, he didn't become anger. He was not at all angry. Okay, see the humane quality. At times, when these things will happen with us, we will just get angry, ferocious. We will just kill everyone who has done this. But see the humane quality, this nice quality in Isaac Newton. All his research works which he has done till date was now dead. Nothing was left. But he didn't showed his anger. He didn't reacted in an angry way. Okay? And he gently stroked his dog and said, "Oh, Diamond, Diamond, thou little knowest the mischief thou hast done." Okay, instead of speaking it in anger, irritation, he just very calmly said that, "Oh, Diamond, you don't know what trouble you have caused to me, what blunder you have done." Okay, so you can see the humane nature, how he controlled himself, because he was aware of the fact that this mistake was not done deliberately, it was not done knowingly, it was done because by mistake. And he's just an animal, he's just an innocent existence, sorry, not human existence, innocent existence. It's nothing to do with his work. So he just maintained calm and quietness. So see the humane quality, see the beautiful calmness in him. Everyone, you all should also be very cool and calm. You should never talk in angry tone with your friends, with your parents, with your elders, anyone. I can see every time I see that, because your cameras are open, and I also can hear that you speak to your elders in a very rude way. I often hear. Please, children, never speak rudely to your parents. Okay? They are next to God to you. Okay? So now, the very last one we will take, last yellow box, the boy genius. A mathematics teacher teaching in the 8th standard in a small school in South India was telling the class that any number, when divided by the same number, becomes unity, that is 1. 2 divided by 2 equals to 1. 3 divided by 3 equals to 1. A thin, dark-eyed boy, fat eyes. Okay, small eyes. Okay, sorry, big eyes, broad eyes. Boy, Srinivas asked, "Sir, is that true? of 0 to, he said that, okay, if suppose I divide 2 by 2, 1, 3 by 3, 1, but what about 0? What will be the answer? If 0 is divided by 0, then what will be the answer? How it can be 1? Okay, the master was left speechless. Okay, and that mathematics teacher, he was left speechless, because now he didn't have any answer. Because if 0 is divided by 0, do you think 1 will come? No, it will be a big 0. The boy was the Indian mathematical genius Srinivas Ramanujan. Okay, it was the famous mathematical genius Srinivas Ramanujan. Okay, so with this we come to an end of the chapter, the other side of scientists. Okay, so now you all be doing a little bit of small research work on all these scientists. Am I clear? You all be working on these scientists, and if on A4 sheet paper you all will be writing about all these famous scientists, from where do they belong, when were they born, their academic qualification, the struggles in their life, any important incidents which you come across, and their achievement in the field of scientific research. Okay, is it clear? This will be a part of your assignment too. Okay, and I'll be marking you on that basis.